Hello and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title of this video, is going to be a recipe video. This is highly requested. Every time I put a picture of my homemade pancakes on Snapchat, I get requests for this recipe. It is the easiest pancake recipe you will ever do. It's so easy and it's delicious. I do a batch every single week and then I freeze them in the freezer, and you can microwave them for like 30 seconds each pancake. It is a lifesaver if you don't want to be popping Eggos in the toaster like I do almost every morning because I'm not a morning person and I don't like to cook in the morning. So what I do is on Saturday or Sunday, make a huge batch of pancakes and then we eat them, and then we also freeze them, and it's just amazing. I'm here in my natural habitat, my mom bun, no makeup, and some pajama pants. It's all right. So I'm going to show you what I do for a double batch. I will put both recipes in the bottom bar down there so you can have both. I have 3 kids, and like I said, I like to freeze them for the week. So I like to make a huge batch, so this is the doubled recipe. So it is essential to this recipe that you do all of the wet ingredients together first and all of the dry ingredients together first, and then you just combine until it's just wet, even if there's lumps. That is the trick to nice fluffy pancakes instead of having like yucky tough ones. So I'm going to show you all the ingredients and then we'll get started. So these are all the dry ingredients. So you need sugar, salt, baking powder, and flour. And these are the wet ingredients. So milk, I use lactose free because our family is kind of lactose intolerant. Vanilla extract, 4 eggs for the doubled recipe, and you're gonna need a half of a stick of unsalted butter. Okay, starting with the dry ingredients. 2 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And then you just mix this up really well so it's all combined. Now for the wet ingredients. 1.5 cups of milk, 4 eggs, and I usually just eyeball the vanilla, but for the sake of measuring, I'll say it's about 1/2 tablespoon. I'm just trying to make sure that the eggs are whipped in really well first. Once this is all like well combined, you have to melt the butter. So I melt it in the microwave, but because it's so hot, you have to add it in really slowly or else it'll start cooking the eggs. So basically you just start stirring and you pour the butter in really slow. Oop, that wasn't slow. Once that's done, you can add it to the dry ingredients. So nothing super fancy. I literally use like a little beater. You can make like a little hole in the middle. Like, you don't have to, but I kind of like to. And pour in the wet to the dry. And then you only mix until it's combined, even if there's still lumps. Exactly like that. Even if it's lumpy, it's okay. Trust me, it turns out very good. Then you just kind of let this sit for a couple of minutes so that it thickens up. So I have my pan on medium high and I melted some margarine. I just use, I believe it's not butter. I feel like it's just a little bit healthier than regular butter. Plus I don't have salted regular butter anyway, and it's better if you use salted. I poured my batter into this thing because it just makes it easier to make pancakes, and then I just make the pancakes. And I just cook them for a couple of minutes. You can tell that they are almost ready to flip when you can see the edges golden and my baby is crying in the background, and it starts to bubble and kind of fluff up. I'll show you. And this is what they look like when they're about to flip. You can see they've fluffed up and they have bubbles.
Daddy, that's right. Daddy, that is for the bad guys. Daddy, is it bad guys?
we'll do another batch. And this is what they look like when they're done. And that is it for the pancakes. So what I love about these ones is usually most people have all of these ingredients on hand. You don't have to go and get buttermilk or anything else. And let me know if you guys make these pancakes. Tag me on Instagram, send me a picture on Snapchat. I would love to see if you guys like the recipe. And yeah, like I said, I'll leave all the details in the description bar down below. I'm gonna go now because it's getting really loud in my house. Bye guys.